Welcome back to Everyday Woman. Now, parenting styles have been changing for quite some time, and there's a big debate out there about spanking. You know, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? What do you think, Sandra?
Well, I think, you know, personally, I don't like to do that, and my son is now a little older, but when he was younger, I found that, you know, really communication is the key. I really felt that the timeout, you know, helped a lot. Again, you know, every situation is different. Parents are pushed to the limit. Parents are pushed, you know, beyond the limit sometimes where they have to go to, you know, something else.
But what are those limits? Because sometimes I find, like, you know, with spanking, we talk about it like it's for the kid, but a lot of times it's for the parents who lose it.
Right.
And that's the hard part. It's not about, you know, did this kid go too far? It's just how much patience did I have that day?
That's one perspective.
It's really just testing one's limit. You know, it's like, I'm not a big fan of spanking, though I understand it. I think it's you know, really to each their own. It's one thing if you need to whomp your child one time because it just reached that boiling point where there's no boundaries being respected and they're not respecting mom or dad. But you know, if you're going to hit them 3 or 4 times, all of a sudden there's bruising. Then all of a sudden, hey, you know, you can't be doing that.
Thing.
Right, you know, that's the thing. That's where you got to draw the line. When is it too much? I mean, you know, a simple whacking of the hand. Again, I don't like it, but I could understand it. I could be like, okay, it wasn't necessary, but unfortunately. But you know, when you're getting people who are taking off their belts or finding a stick out in the yard.
That's the hard part, because when you're angry, how can you have that limit? And what do you do? Have you used spanking?
Yes, I have. I have 3 children, and I grew up with spankings. There's no doubt about it. We have more education now. You are correct.
Right.
And so one of the things that spanking could do is put a fear in the children. And I don't want my children to be fearful. And so I do a lot of talking. I'm not afraid to resort to that. That's not my primary card. But if I have to go to spanking, and for me, it's what you're saying. It's not but it is, I need to do something that's going to get your attention. And what I found to be successful is if I put my hands on you, whether it's I grab you by the collar and pull you close to my face, or for my son, I get down and I can't tell all my secrets, and I get down and I get, you know, I get into his face to get his attention. So there's a difference between slapping him and beating him and doing something to get the attention. And as parents, let me just say this, I would caution us to not be fearful to parent. See, you know, we sometimes equate different things with parent, and for me, whatever I need to do to make sure that they align with our home, I would do that.
Control is very important because it develops that child into adulthood.
Right.
And they have to know the fine line. You're not their best friend. Let's face it. You don't want to be their best
You're
friend.
friendly.
You're their mom.
Right.
You're
friendly, but you're not a friend.
You can be a good parent
is.
and be friendly, but you don't have to, you know, go that route. Like you said, that's the last resort.
What do you think, Cinderella? Were you
I was spanked.
Did you get spanked?
But I just think that people have a tendency to do the thing that's most comfortable. They fall into their comfort zone, like how they were raised and stuff like that. There's so much education out there that I think that there's various tactics. You know, a lot of times parents get caught up in the, you know, they don't have the time or they're working or they're frustrated. You know, I think that they can go and find other tactics than just time out or, you know, those kind of things. And I actually was raised in childcare and actually owned my own childcare at one point. Wow. And one of the, with the kids, I just spent so much quality time with them and gave them a lot of their freedom, respected them as children. And so when I gave them the time out or anything, that was horrible for them. I didn't have to ever spank them.
But there's no one size fits all. And I like what you're saying. You have to know your child. Some child may require a butt spanking every now and then, where one
some don't
is
care
only
about
words.
a timeout.
Right, timeout means nothing to them.
I think a lot of parents out there really, when they talk about spanking, it's like a sport to them, and that's the thing that I find disturbing.
No, it is.
I don't find they respect the child as a person of their own individuality. It's like, do what I told you, or you know, I need your, I don't like that. You know, children.
It's a power thing.
Yeah, it's a power thing. It's a power thing.
Like, you know, it's your child. It's not an adult. It's not your equal. I mean, it's not gonna. Does it really make you feel better to give them a black eye or bust up their lip?
Well, hopefully it doesn't go that far. But that's always a discussion. And that's why it's important for us to have this discussion. So come back for more great discussions with Everyday Woman.
This has been an Everyday Woman production.